Fleur Hassan-Nahoum, Special Envoy for the Israeli Foreign Minister, a former Deputy Mayor of Jerusalem, of course, as well. Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel are supposedly in talks with Hamas to end the war. Fleur, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to see you. There's obviously been a lot of activity over the weekend. Israel going into Gaza, trying to clear out Hamas once and for all. It's a slightly new policy, I suppose. What's going on, as far as you can tell us, with negotiations, if there are any?
Well, the thing is that if Israel is saying to Hamas, if you don't return the hostages and you don't start dismantling yourselves, we're going to go in. At some point, we're going to go in.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening. All of a sudden, once we've gone in, now they want to talk, because this is what you do. This is, unfortunately, the only language these jihadi terrorists understand. We didn't want any of this. You know that.
Yeah.
On October 7th, we had just signed a ceasefire a few months earlier with Hamas. In fact, Hamas have started 5 wars since we left there in 2005. And so again, we find ourselves, we want our 20 live hostages home. We want another 40 that were murdered and bodies were taken over there. We want them home so their families can give them a dignified funeral. And they don't care about their own civilians. We've set up humanitarian zones. We are now organizing for humanitarian aid, not through Hamas, because Hamas is stealing the aid, and that's how they keep paying their terrorist soldiers. And so now with the Americans, we've set up a different type of mechanism to get the food to the people so that Hamas doesn't steal the food from the people. And of course, we want our hostages home, and we want the terrorist infrastructure removed.
Yeah.
I think any normal country would want the same thing.
Exactly right. But they managed to turn it into a propaganda victory, though,
Always.
sometimes, don't they? And that's what we
Everything.
saw. I mean, everything from Gary Lineker today to the Eurovision Song Contest that we saw on Saturday night, to the BBC, to a guy, unbelievably, who decides to attack or try to attack or disrupt the Israeli singer's act. You know, a young woman who was involved in this October 7th attack, who actually had to hide under dead bodies to maintain her own life. And some bozo from Youth Demand or something wants to throw paint over her. I mean, it beggars belief, doesn't it, the way people react?
It's ridiculous. It's double standards. It's demonizing the only democracy in the Middle East, which happens to be the only Jewish country in the world. So you can think what that means. It's double standards, as I said, and it's ridiculous because we didn't want this war. We didn't start this war. And if Hamas just put down their arms and returned our hostages, it would be over tomorrow. The problem is Hamas used their people, not just as human shields. They use them as a weapon of war. They weaponize their own children and use our own humanity against us. This war could have been over a long time ago if we didn't have the standards that we have, moving people around, warning people. And in fact, even a month ago, Hamas came out and said that 75% of the people killed in this war were men of combatant age. Yeah. So what does that tell you? That everything else has been jihadi propaganda, bought lock, stock and barrel by the Europeans. I just before your show, I was on a Spanish show, Mike. Yeah. And what the Spanish did for Eurovision beggars belief. Instead of letting this girl, they put essentially propaganda about Israel and all the different lies and libels. That's what they did on Spanish national television. And what's the result of that? That the public in Spain gave Israel 12 points and the Spanish song ended up second to last. So there you go.
Isn't it interesting that the public's actual view is very different from those very, very loud voices of the pro-Palestinian lobby in every single place you go in the world?
Exactly.
Strangely enough, apart from in Palestine. But even there are people actually demonstrating against Hamas, but unfortunately when they do that, they get slaughtered.
And nobody reports it.
Yeah.
Nobody reports it at all.
It.
Al Jazeera, you do. Apart from TalkTV, there's not many people reporting it. They've killed people, tens of people of their own people who want freedom, who want a peace-loving territory. They're not interested in that. Hamas have got bigger ambitions. They want to destroy it. It says it in their charter. They want to kill all the Jews. And when people keep telling you they want to kill you, we should believe them.
Yeah, I think you should, absolutely. Well, we wish you the best. Fleur Hassan-Nahoum, thank you very much indeed. Good to talk to you, Special Envoy